What it do? What it do? How y'all feeling? Welcome. This is Ashnielz Radio. I am your host, Ashnielz. That is I. So, yes, we talking it, you guys, man. Hopefully this happens. Maybe they legalize the marijuana soon. We gotta wait on the Senate, but the House has passed what they like to call the MORE Act. The MORE Act is trying to decriminalize marijuana use, and us black folks can use that. But that's exciting. It's exciting news. This woman looks excited. Shit. Let's hear more about marijuana's legalization path.
Cannabis.
Man,
Today, the House passed a bill to
spark
remove
to that.
marijuana from the Federal Controlled Substances Act. This is the first time a full
Schedule
chamber of
I
Congress
narcotic.
has
Shut
voted to
up.
federally decriminalize cannabis. NBC News correspondent Leanne Caldwell is on Capitol Hill. Leanne, we will, of course, get to the coronavirus relief bill in a moment. But first, let's talk about this historic vote on marijuana legalization. Why did the House take this up now? And what are this bill's chances in the Senate? Does it have any hope at all?
Hey, Allison. So the reason the House brought it up now is because there's already a lot of states around the country that are already doing this. And in this past election, there are 5 states that legalized marijuana, including red states like South Dakota and Montana. And so what it seems like House Speaker Nancy Pelosi decided to do is just use the momentum that's happening at the states already and make a statement that the federal government is on board too. Now, what happens to it in the Senate? We do not expect the Senate to prioritize this before the end of the year. There is not much time left. They're trying to get out of town before the holidays. And if they don't get it done before the end of the year, well, then they have to start over in the new Congress. But still, Allison, this was pretty historic. This is the first time that a body of Congress has voted to decriminalize marijuana.
You guys, they have been using marijuana for years to criminalize us. So I'm gonna smoke to that. Y'all, one thing is crazy. One thing they did do back in the days when I was a kid, I got a weed ticket. I did. But for some reason, it stuck. I didn't know what it meant. All I knew was I had to sign on this dotted line and this little yellow ticket that state that I'm going to appear in court, which I didn't. But the way they framed it back in the day, it don't matter how much weed you had. It could have been this much. They don't care. All they said was, well, he had less than an ounce. Nigga, I had a roach. But they still lock you up. So this legislation right here, the MORE Act, will help niggas like me from back in the day. I mean, there's niggas locked up right now that it ain't gonna help, which it should. It might. I don't know. But this kind of legislation is what we need. And I know the Senate, if they don't get with it, then it's evident. You guys are complicit. You guys want niggas locked up for weed charges. This war on drugs. Stop. You're not going after the pharmaceutical companies. Just stop. So we need to really decriminalize marijuana. But let's see what the Senate got to say. Maybe they with it. I don't know. A lot of people were with it. A lot of red
top
states.
Republicans have been criticizing the Democrats for voting on this today. The bill passing mostly along party lines. But Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz had a message for his colleagues. What did he say?
Yeah, so Matt Gaetz is a big Trump ally, and he was the only Republican co-sponsor of this legislation, along with dozens and dozens of Democrats. The vote was lopsided. Only about a handful of Democrats voted against it, and only a handful of Republicans voted for it.
Which one of you Democrats voted against it?
Obviously, is Matt Gaetz, who is a co-author of the bill. Let's listen to what he had to say, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
My Republican colleagues today will make a number of arguments against this bill, but those arguments are overwhelmingly losing with the American people. In every state where cannabis reform was on the ballot in this country, it passed. It passed with overwhelming support. Matter of fact, the only thing that I know that's more popular than getting out of the war on drugs is getting out of the war in Afghanistan. But if we were measuring the success in the war on drugs, it would be hard to conclude anything other than the fact that drugs have won.
So, Representative Gates.
This ain't no drug, man. That whole framing you guys been doing for years, that's just y'all framing. We know marijuana is not a fucking narcotic. We know it. We know why you guys scheduled it the way you did. We do. So don't try to act brand new. It's been on the books for too long. But now that it's in your face, where you got a whole community, you got even moms. Oh my God, they call it pot moms. White women had took over the marijuana industry. They're delivering, y'all. Delivering weed. And I seen this little tweet one time when I think it was one of them Good Morning shows said something about pot moms. They're becoming better moms because they smoke weed. And one of these tweets said, dads could have been better dads. We don't know because we locked them up. Which is a fact. It's a fact. Niggas ain't smiling about that shit. It's like, wait, we got these women on the news saying this is the new OG Kush. Try it. $25, $30 fucking what? It's crazy, man. So yes, please hurry the fuck up. Decriminalize it. You ridiculous. So shout out to the MORE Act. Fingers crossed. I mean, the Senate ain't got no goddamn choice because everybody watching y'all. And we know who ain't gonna vote. But it's Ashnielz Radio. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share. Hey, don't forget, subscribe. Subscribe to my video, y'all. My channel. We doing big things. I'm out to smoke this blood. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out. Peace. Yeah.